Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
What's your name?
It's Adria.
Adria what?
Richards.
Adria Richards. Hi, Adria. How are you?
I'm still doing quite
I'm just making sure you're doing good because you're sitting here with me and you were talking all crazy about 30 seconds ago. I just wanted to make sure we were centered and focused.
What did you find unsettling about what I was saying before, Owen?
You're calling people dudes and telling them, asking all kinds of crazy, outlandish questions.
I was retelling the story of watching one of your videos. They're quite traumatic at times.
See, no, I can't even ask you because you think they're traumatic, so that doesn't matter. What do you do?
I'm an organic technology consultant.
What does that mean?
It means just like a farmer who's into organic farming looks at the ground and says, what should I grow here this year? And then he may change his mind next year because the soil has changed. I do the same thing for companies, small businesses, with technology. So I look at what their needs are, right? So in the case of invoicing, one tool may work great for someone else, different tool for someone else. Or some companies should buy their computers outright and maybe get Macs. Others, maybe they should lease and get PCs.
Adria is super smart. I love her. I used to bother her all the time to help her fix my stuff, but now she's too busy for me, and she's hiding on Skype, and she hides from me, and I can't ask her to do stuff for me anymore. But it's okay, because I know she still loves me. You still love me, right?
The last statements made by Owen are actually untrue.
What?
And yes, I still do love you. I'm your online wife.
I know.
One of your online wives.
I know. I just like messing with you because you've been so busy, and we all get busy, and we get caught up. So I said that for guilt, so that way she comes around and does stuff for me when I ask. That's why. But anyway, what's your favorite food?
I would say bananas or pears.
Bananas. I love bananas right now. I love bananas so much.
Good.
You know what my biggest problem is with them though?
No.
I go to the store and I buy them, and I always try to get them green, like so I can like have them. And then sometimes they take too long for me to eat them.
And you won't eat green bananas.
You're not supposed to eat green bananas, right?
My coworker who is just here from Zendesk, Helen, she actually confessed yesterday she enjoys eating green bananas, and she actually had a green banana here.
I asked, do you eat green bananas?
Well, and then I asked you that same question. Do you?
I do not. I'm afraid of eating green bananas. I've tried.
You have a fear. I have probably eaten a green banana in the past, and Helen, my coworker from Zendesk, actually prefers eating green bananas.
But they're never sweet. They're always like stiff, and it's.
You know, Helen writes a lot of reviews on Yelp, so I can certainly ask her why she prefers those.
Ask her why, because I want to know why. All right. Next question. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? Because I know you're in the process of moving and you've been traveling and tripping and trying to get out of the Midwest. But if you could go anywhere right now, where would it be?
Well, I just got my passport, so
I know. That's why I'm asking.
I'd probably go to Brazil because it would be really warm.
There's a lot of nice assets in Brazil. I think that maybe visiting Brazil, I might want to go with you if you wanted to have some. I mean, Rio's there. Rio de Janeiro, there's parades and all those kind of things. There's lovely beaches. I think Brazil is a good location, and we should go hang out.
Or St. Kitts too, where they have carnival there as well.
I was really expecting you to tell me an island, St. Thomas, Bahamas, somewhere. I know your dream of island living. We discussed the dream for over a year now.
You know why I probably said Brazil? Because this morning I had a communication barrier with the housekeeper. And so I was able to solve it using Google Translate. And at the end of my blog post I said, I look forward to spending some time in South America or Mexico or Spain or Puerto Rico. Well, I guess I could have said Puerto Rico. That would have actually met the requirement of an island and Spanish-speaking people.
Yes. So. And Puerto Rico is lovely. It's actually lovely. I've been to Puerto Rico.
I want to change my answer
to Puerto Rico. Yes. And the awesome part about it is you can get around to everything within 2 hours. Like you can drive from one side of the island to the other side of the island in 2 hours. So if you want to just see something completely different, like cliffs or beaches, you just get in the car and you go, and you'll get there.
But you know what? You don't need a passport.
No.
Then that would not allow me to flex my passport muscles.
It doesn't. It's not. It's about being where you are. It's not about the passport. I mean, do you want to go to Moscow just because you have a passport?
Eventually, but Poland first before.
Poland.
Yeah.
What's in Poland?
Well, because I'm a Jew and my Jewishness originates from Poland.
I know, but what's in Poland? Like, what would you do? You're just gonna go ride around Poland and look at stuff. Like, what's a thing to see in Poland?
I would probably start with Wikipedia and then answer that.
Okay.
And then use Google Maps because it goes Street View, and I'd be like, look at that bakery. I think I'd go there.
Nerd. Sorry, just get that out. Sad a little. I wanted to actually say it when you said you use Google Translate to solve my problem with my housekeeper. Who thinks to do that? Most people just say, oh, well, you're beat. I don't know what you're talking about.
I dropped to my knees, and I said, hold on 1 minute. I typed it in. I started reading it in poor Spanish probably, showed it to her, and she knew what I wanted. And it was awesome.
Okay. What's the worst job you ever had?
Probably mopping the floor at a fast food restaurant when I was 14. But the good thing was this guy came along and said, you have a lot of hair. I think you'll need this. And he gave me a discount card to Sally's Beauty Supply. And I proceeded to be a very good customer of Sally's for like the next 5 or 6 years. In fact, today, something similar happened. This gal, I was recording Anwan's session with him and Cammie, and she came over and said something similar. So it's interesting because now I'm now 32. And then I was 14. She came over and she said, you have a lot of hair. I would really like to give you my card. And she works for Naturally Curly. And I know I've been to this website before, but they sell hair products. But she, I think, is focusing on creating more content about, especially why women should wear their hair naturally. So, yeah, so it's kind of full circle. So that would probably be the worst job I had. Because
how long did you mop the floor?
Probably about 2 months. I worked at Hardee's and Wendy's. Because and then what it helped me realize is I needed to get some kind of skill set so that I didn't do manual labor. Because there was a guy there, he was going to college and then working like the fries and the, drive-through window, and he was always really tired and really upset. And I figured it's because he worked there and he had to go to school. And I thought, I don't want to be this person. So I thought it was a really good experience, though.
See that, kids? Mopping floors saves your life. Go mop floors, or if you have kids, make them mop floors, and then they'll want to do something and be super awesome when they grow up. What other projects do you have going on? Because you're doing all kinds of stuff. Run the list off for me real quick.
So current projects, I'm doing webinars for Zendesk. I, of course, have my blogs. I do consulting for people.
Name the blogs.
Oh, yes, my blogs. ButYourGirl.com, AskAdria.com.
That was inspired by me.
Yes, it was.
See?
And freshworkshops.com, where I actively do training on all sorts of content management systems, social media, GTD productivity tools, and eventually website development, and then some technology certifications later on. The site's being redone, so it's going to look really cool when it's done.
Awesome sauce. Are you ready for word association?
Sort of.
Yes. Don't fear me, woman. This was our discussion earlier. She gave me a set of rules I have to go by. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Do you know how word association works?
Why don't you explain it, Owen?
I say a word, and you say the first word that comes to your mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Go.
Cookies.
I would say hungry.
That took you that long to think of hungry. You're smart.
Because I had a flashback to my traumatic... this thing I told you about.
Oh my goodness.
I just had a flashback because I think it was a similar word. Okay, so I would say hungry.
Okay.
So I'll talk to you faster.
Dinosaur.
Crusty skin.
Internet.
Wow. A guy smoking a pipe.
Actually, it was wow, because that's the first thing you said. Oh, got you. Oh. Anyway. So, hamster.
The wheel.
Fun.
Yeah, amusement park.
Family.
But that's actually not fun. So why?
How is amusement parks not fun? People all over the world
because there's
love
lines,
amusement parks.
And because
why do you go right to the negative? What about the fun? What about the funnel cakes? What about the?
That's what I'm saying. Why is that association stored with the word fun? Because I actually don't like going to amusement parks. That's what I'm saying. You're like
word association is the first thing that comes to your mind. That's the answer.
Fine.
Family.
Sisters.
Friends.
Geeks.
Love.
This person with no face and they're tall.
Oh, I need to grow up like 3-4 more inches. I'm average height. I'm not tall. Anywhoozy. Where was that? I said love and then
you said family, friends, love.
Yes. So then I'm thinking I had to stop myself because I was going to say something that you probably would have found inappropriate and smacked me.
Well,
and
you got to check my
slapped.
cursebird.com. I don't swear very much on my Twitter streams. So.
But she does on the Skype, though. She be getting it in. She is so aggressively vulgar sometimes. It's like, who am I talking to? She be trying to punk me.
No,
anyway.
I do get upset on Skype sometimes.
All right, I'm gonna ask you 3 more words.
Okay.
Ready? Hope.
Clouds.
Care.
Hospice.
Give.
Meals, dinner.
Get up, we're hugging. This is Adria. She's an awesome human being. She's also my online wife. She's doing all kinds of stuff. I'm linking up everything. Go check out something. Zendesk, but you're a girl. Anything you want. She's all over the internet and she's smart, but she's busy. So if she can't help you, then that's okay. You'll find someone else to help you because she's mine and I'm keeping her. Say bye.
Goodbye.